Hi there, Chris here. This is just a little quick way to fix a fat follower. Actually, the follower is not fat, but sometimes when you have a lock and you manage to get it apart, and you see this little lip there. Well, this diameter fits the standard like Sparrow's follower, but up here it's fatter. So, and you want to shim because you have this little gap here that pins could get hung up on, that or even through here depending on where you're turned. So, well, looky there, Ollie. Wafers. I'll put those back in where they belong. Anyway, I'll show you. Let's set this up right. You have your follower, you have your shim in there. This happens to be an ASA core, but I found it in other cores and some Australian Lockwood rim cylinders, that this standard Sparrow's follower just doesn't fit with a shim. It fits without a shim, but most of the time you really need to use a shim. Like, read that every time. So as you see, I come in here, my shim's off, but as I come in here, whoops, it hits that little fatter spot and it won't go. There's just not enough room. So what I do is I take a 1/2-inch dowel here, which is very close to this, but it's still too big. I'll take a Sharpie and I just put some witness marks down it. So just go boom every so often, come down here. And what these are going to help you do is you're going to sand away those marks. Easier to do without trying to center it into the camera, but you're going to sand those marks. And so I just have a little cutout and a piece of wood to hold this, or you can do it in your hand and sort of eyeball it. Do it in good light so you can see that you're keeping it fairly round. And I've done that with this, and it's fairly round. As you can see the side light here, there's a facet there, but if you remove all these lines and then try and smooth it all out, you'll get it fairly round. And it will be small enough to accept a shim in there, so you'll be able to do what you need to do. So what I'll do is I'll just replace the Sparrow's one with this, and then I can put in a regular shim. The sanding takes maybe 5 minutes. I use 100 grit sandpaper. Nothing, just wood sandpaper, nothing fancy. So now you'll see, it's a little hard with all those little wafers, but that once we hit that little mark, that we're still, come on, we're still going to be able to, oh, I'm on a fat part of it. You're still going to be able to get it in and not choke anything off. So this probably needs a little more work, but like 2 minutes. If you work with a side light, you can pick up those facets. And so say here's a facet, you just go 1, 2, 3, boom. And find the next one, 1, 2, 3. Until it's smooth, it slides in and out smoothly with a shim, and it bridges that fatter part. Anyway, I hope that helps. It's a quick fix. I do find it every once in a while in cores. And you can see it. It has that little mark right about here on the brass core where it's thicker, and it's just thick enough more that you can get the shim in, but it chokes it off, and you can't slide everything in and out easily, and you're gonna possibly get a pin hung up on here and stick the core in there and mess up a cool lock. Anyway, I thought hopefully that would be helpful for someone who's run into that. And it's just a quick, easy fix, so you can keep on gutting and smoothly and not get your lock core stuck in there. Anyway, thanks for watching.